like the Cavs, we gotta let them know. They got it with a shield for bees head. They got it with a shield for bees head. They like the Cavs, we gotta let them know.
You are now locked in with Antoine Spivey. This is EnDaZone Sports.
Yo, happy Friday. Hope everybody had a good work week. I didn't, but, I hope everybody else did. But what a way to end the week on this Friday, 7 p.m. with your boys, Spivey and Kels the Truth for EnDaZone Sports, live on the Diva Spivey Media Network, also available on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel for more content like you're about to receive tonight. What's going on, Kels?
Not much was going on with you, my brother.
Chilling. Trying to maintain, man. Trying to maintain.
Yeah, me too.
Going through it, but hey, it's gonna be all right, man.
You know what I'm going through, but it's cool. God got us. We gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying?
You said what?
I said God got us. We gonna be all right. Talking this sports thing,
Yes, sir.
People coming after me.
You say what?
People coming after me too. So.
Hey, listen, that's your fault.
Hey, you
don't listen. You don't like to listen. You hard head. You just gonna continue to keep doing what you want to do, and it's just crazy. When I be trying to educate people, like, listen, you gotta chill out. You can't just be doing what you want to do. Like, shit'll come back and bite you in the ass, and
hey,
be wrong, man.
You know what they always say: a hard head make a soft butt. So
yeah, but I don't understand why people would rather go through the hard head stuff. You know what I'm saying? To get that touch taken care of. Just do what you need to do from the start, and you'll be cool. That's it.
Yeah, I understand.
But everybody want to do what they want to do.
I'm learning.
When the consequences hit them, they singing a whole different tune, singing a whole different song, but. Nevertheless, we got a hot show for y'all today. We got a lot of football. We're going to get into this NFL weekend kickoff, week one of the NFL season is kicking off. We actually started last night with the Cowboys and the Eagles. We're going to touch on that. We're going to touch on the game tonight between the Chiefs and the Chargers, the Sunday night football game, the matinee game, Ravens, Bills. Of course, we're going to talk about our Browns. And then we got our weekly Friday pick one, sip one Friday, although I'll be the only one sipping. Kels once again managed somehow, some way to mess up the game. Yeah. Mess up the game.
I did.
But you found a way. It won't be Kels if he don't find a way. It won't be Kels. Also, it's back. We're gonna give our week one picks for the NFL slate this Sunday. Actually today and Sunday's game. So with that being said, Eagles, Cowboys last night, which was surprisingly a good game, a very close game, closer to what people expected it for it to be between the Cowboys and the Eagles, considering the fact the whole turmoil the Cowboys been going through, letting Parsons go, the Eagles coming off a Super Bowl win, had their ring celebration, their banner raised and all that. Final score was 24-20. A lot of things happened in that game we're going to touch on, but the floor is yours. Give me your thoughts on the game last night. Was it what you expected it to be?
Yeah, I expected it to be a hard-fought game because they division rivals. So any divisional games are always hard, no matter how the other team supposed to be. The Dallas Cowboys supposed to not have this great defense, but they stopped. They stopped Saquon. He only had a 3.3 average per run. He only had 60 yards. That's the second lowest output since the Browns stopped him. The Cowboys defense looked okay. I mean, they let Jalen Hurts sustain some drives on third down, but other than that, Jerry Jones said he wanted to stop the run, and Kenny Clark really helped them stop the run. Now on the offensive side of the ball, CD, man, I'm a Lamb fan. That's my boy. But you have to catch them balls. That's why you get paid for. You paid to catch them balls. And I understand it's the first game of the year, but you still have to catch the ball. The game was good. The Cowboys still got to work on on trying to sustain the drives and sustain getting off the field. On the Eagles' part, I don't know what's up with their passing game. Jalen Hurts got to learn how to stop looking for. Once his first read is stopped, oh, he just taking off. It's like he back in college when he was in Alabama and Oklahoma. If that first read ain't there, he taking off. But they got to get A.J. Brown more involved too. Jalen Carter, I do not know what you was thinking. I don't understand why you would spit on a man, and that really held restraint from that because that would mean we'll be back in the on a turmoil. Like I see you after the game, young brother. But other than that, I predicted that it was gonna be a 3 point. I predicted the Cowboys might have won, but by 3 points. But the Eagles won by 4. So it was a great game. The first game of the season came out to be great.
My thoughts on the game was it was closer than what I expected it for it to be. I'm not gonna lie, it was one of the ones I thought the Eagles was gonna come out here and probably put up 30 plus points on them, maybe even 40. Consider the fact the whole situation, the circumstances going into the game, as far as on the Cowboys end, losing Michael Parsons, not knowing how their defense really was going to play, and respond to losing their defensive leader this past week to the Green Bay Packers. You had Diggs coming back from the injury. You had a couple of Cowboys defensive players coming back from injury, so we didn't know how they was going to pan out or how they was going to play. And then you look at on the Philly side, the reason why we thought that about Dallas was because of Philadelphia's offense,
Right.
how good they could run the football. They passed the game, and since acquiring Saquon Barkley, have taken a little dip. Maybe because I don't know if they feel like they don't have to pass it because the running game is that just damn good. When you combine Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts, both running the ball. By the way, he had 15 rushing attempts last night for 60-something yards and a touchdown. That being Jalen Hurts. A.J. Brown only one target, and that came in the fourth when they needed a first down and ended up getting it. Devontae Smith had 4 catches, maybe at most. They lead target getter and reception leader was Dallas Goedert, the tight end. Dallas defense did play better than what I expected, considering everything that was going on. They did play better than what I expected. Kenny Clark, the newly acquired Cowboy from that trade involving Michael Parsons, he had a decent game. I seen him make a few plays. I didn't see him get into the backfield as much,
Right.
but he made a few plays as far as on the ground game. And I'm not going to take too much into Saquon only having 70 at most rushing yards. It was just one of those games where when he did run the ball, it was a little effective. I think they got him maybe once on a run for lost play.
They got him
twice.
Yeah.
But overall, I think Dallas came out last night and shut a lot of people up by saying, "Hey, we might have lost our leader in Parsons on defense, but our coaching staff got us in a best situation that we need to be in as far as this game and trying to get the W, and they almost pulled it out. If it wasn't for a couple of drops from CeeDee Lamb, the All-Pro receiver from the Cowboys. So I wasn't mad at it. I know as Cowboy fans, they should be like, okay. I don't think they should be too mad about the game last night. I think they should look at the game like, okay, we proved that even without Micah, we could come out here and compete. Yeah. People say to forget they still got Dak on the offensive end along with CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, which I feel like George Pickens could have had a bigger game if it weren't for 2 or 3 pass interference calls that, got called to where I think he ended the game with on 3 catches for like 30-something yards, something like that. Yeah, but it could have been more. That's why I feel like, man, like, off topic real quick, when you play at fantasy, I feel like they should give you them points, man. Like, because you get a target, ain't your fault, the receiver before he got interfered with. I think they should give him them yards. I've been feeling like that for a little minute, but just watching that last night, like, damn, they should get them yards. But overall, great game last night. A better game than what people expected. Cowboys end up taking a loss. They now 0-1 to start the season. Philadelphia to begin their title defense is 1-0, and we just have to see how the season progress for both teams. But I can't knock what the Cowboys did. Great job.
Right. Yeah. Once again, the Cowboys proved that they was well. I'll say this: Schottenheimer better than what McCarty did. He had them very well prepared. They looked like they was a prepared team.
I ain't gonna
Last
go that.
year,
I ain't gonna go that far.
I mean, they really did though.
I ain't gonna go that far.
But that's what I saw. So I saw them being prepared. They ain't had that many turnovers, except for the Miles. The Miles Sanders turnover really hurt because they could have went up or at least got a field goal out of that drive. But other than that, they played free. They played turnover free. They ain't get no turnovers, which that defense gonna have to. Deron Bland played pretty well too. I mean, you really didn't see nobody throwing to his side. I wonder if that Deron Bland was on AJ Brown most of the time, or was that Trey, or what that Trey did. I didn't see which corner was on that, but Kenny Clark did what he's supposed to do: clog up the lane, and had the linebackers. Houston, who was coming off the end, was pretty good. He's not Michael Parsons, but at least he got some pressure on Jalen Hurts. But overall, the Cowboy Nation should be happy with the performance of the defense. The offense gonna be their offense. Dak gonna do what Dak do. CD ain't gonna drop no more passes like that. I'm guarantee you that. He's not gonna drop passes like that. I don't know, lack of concentration, or he just dropped it. I think he just dropped it. So sometimes that happens. First game of the year, and then the lighting came. You ain't warmed up again. You have to rewarm yourself up. You're not in rhythm. But he should not have dropped. That's what they paying on the big butts to catch that ball. But the game was good.
We gonna keep it with the same game, but on a sour note, that what could have took away from a good game was at the beginning of it, Jalen Carter spitting on Dak Prescott. Now a video came out and we see Dak Prescott spitting in the direction of Jalen Carter. But Dak at his press conference have mentioned, he spits a lot, and in that situation it looked bad, but it was just like the timing of everything he had to spit. But Jalen Carter was nowhere near him. He spit in that direction. Carter walked up, said something to him, and was spitting on him, which got himself ejected out the game, which I feel like was another reason why, Philly really couldn't get that much pressure on Dak. I think Dak was only sacked once, if he was sacked at all.
I don't think he was sacked at all.
And which allowed some runs, especially the 2 touchdown runs by Javonte Williams, because they did have the anchor man in the middle. Do you think, even though he got ejected out the game last night, do you think Jalen Carter should face even more punishment from the NFL, maybe a game suspension for deliberately spitting on Dak Prescott?
I feel that he should, because you got to set a tone, stating that you cannot do that. If that was disgusting as a human, you shouldn't be spitting on nobody.
Yeah, don't spit on nobody. That's a real sign of disrespect.
That's total disrespect. I'm a man too, and I come spit on you. We fighting. I mean, I understand this is a game, right, but that's totally disrespectful. I mean, and then the crazy part about it is that he wasn't even spitting at him. He was all the way on the other side of the other field. Right. He looked over him. But if that was a game plan, good job, Dad, because you got the best defensive player off the field before the game.
It almost panned out for him too. It almost panned out for him.
So it's like, okay, but Jalen Carter got to be better. I know he's a young dude, but you have to be better than that. That's why he dropped in the draft, because of his behavior. Other than that, the man is a great defensive tackle. He's a great player. But yes, he should get suspended for the fact that he disrespected another man spitting on him. And that should not be allowed in the NFL or any other place. Now, they play Kansas City, so you know how, they might not suspend them because of that. But if I'm the Eagles organization, I either fine them or I'll suspend them for, sometimes you're not starting. You play 3 or 4 quarters, but the NFL should suspend them.
Yeah, I agree. It should be some type of extra punishment, because that's just disrespectful to that individual, to the game, just to the look on the NFL as a brand, as a shield, as a company. You just can't do that on national TV with everybody watching like that. And Jalen Carter him as well had a press conference after the game and apologized, said that was a mistake. He can't let that happen again. He won't let it happen again. It wasn't like the game was in the heat of a moment. Well, they've been going at it throughout the pregame warm-ups. They was going at it. They're going throughout the game. So I don't know if that was something that ignited the whole spitting situation. We don't know. But what I do know is it's no room for that in the game. In no sport, whether it's football, basketball, rugby, hockey, tennis, it don't matter. Bro. Baseball, it don't matter. You just can't go spitting on people. So, but he was ejected. We're gonna see what the NFL do about it. Hopefully, since they try to be now so strict on a lot of things, and
that's another thing
for the game. Like they should really be looking into that. He should definitely at least get a 1-game suspension.
Yeah. That's another thing that I saw. It was a lot of Taunton calls going out there.
The one, man. I feel like that's just take stuff like that, man. You taking the fun out the game.
Exactly.
You're going to get excited when you make a big play, or whether it's a hit or a turnover or a block field goal or block punt or a kickoff return. You're going to show emotion. You know what I'm saying? And granted, if it happened with a defender, you moss a defender. You know what I'm saying? Or you Barry Sanders and break his ankles and score a touchdown. Right. Just like how we was as kids in the backyard. Ooh, I'm looking at you like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so to take that out the game, man, it's just like, come on now. We can't be emotional while playing the game. Like, it ain't he ain't lay no hands on him. He ain't say no derogatory words to him.
He just went over here like that.
He just bent over and just flexed like,
He did come towards him though.
I don't care. He can come towards him, but he ain't put his hands on him. Like, come on, like you got to keep some type of in the game, man. Like it's crazy.
But I think they making a big emphasis on it now. But I think throughout the season it gonna go away. I think it go. I mean, we'll see because they did the same thing about the touchdown thing. They're like, oh, we gonna call penalties, no celebration, no props, no anything, and then.
Well, you can props. It's just certain things you can't do when you like propping a touchdown celebration or whatever.
Right. They ain't like they stopped. How CD Lamb used to do the little point and the shooting gun thing. They stopped that.
Anything that's trying to shoot gun related, whatever, they ain't gonna allow you to do.
So I mean, it's most likely we'll see how the ref do it for all these other games, but it's on notice. Now you can't flex as much as you used to. Where it's gonna be a 15-yard penalty.
They're taking the whole excitement.
Do you think that one pass interference with was it Reed Blankenship when he hit Ferguson? Do you think that was a penalty? Because they call it a defensive player.
See, man, it's so tough because it's basically like as a defender. I try to understand these defenders at times because in the heat of the game and you going full speed, it's hard to just let up quickly or adjust yourself to where you don't hit a defender a certain way or illegal way, whatever. But in that situation, man, I just feel like anytime a defender is in the air like that, try to catch a ball,
it's kind of hard because you lunging at him, and he jumped up. Of course, his head gonna be in the way.
I wouldn't have called no penalty though. I don't think I would have called a penalty on that play. Okay. I don't think I would have called.
So that helped. Dallas score that first touchdown, or that was the second, either one of them. But that penalty too, because there was a lot of penalties that sustained drives.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering how you felt about that.
Yeah, I probably would have called it on that play. But Jalen Carter get it together. You and everybody else don't have no room in the game
for that bull crap in the sport, bruh.
Time to loosen up a little bit. We'll pick one, sip one. I'm the only one again.
Yeah, no, I sipped last week. We sipped one last week.
Well, I guess it'll be me just again this week.
I got water, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody, but next week I'll have me a drink. Okay, I do double. Okay?
Y'all know what it is. Is pick one, sip one sports related. We have fun with this. We pick certain categories, games, whatever. Y'all know what it is. We like it. We good. We don't. We take that sip. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, Kel, the floor is yours for the third week in a row. You
Yeah.
fumbled the first week. You bounced back last week. Let's see what you do this week.
This edition is the 2010 our running backs edition. We're going to go with Chris Jones. Who you gonna pick over Chris Jones? All right. The first one is Adrian Foster. Now this is just the 2010 how they played in 2010. You know, Adrian Foster.
Chris Jones, he was with the Titans there, right?
Yep. It was CP3 Jones.
I like Adrian Foster. Good running back for the Texans. But I'm gonna go Jones. I'm gonna go Jones with this one.
All right. Jamal Charles.
Jamal Charles. 2010 Chiefs, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I like Jamal Charles. Ran the ball hard. He was utilized out the backfield catches well, similar to Chris Johnson. I think Chris Johnson was faster.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go both. I'm gonna go both with this. I'm gonna take a drink with that. I'm gonna go both. I'm gonna go both. I like both of them.
Shady McCoy.
Shady. I'm going. I like Chris Jones, but Shady. He was one of the guys that besides LaDainian Thompson. I know you had your running backs back in the day, the Thurman Thomases of the world, shifty runners like Marcus Allen. You know what I'm saying? But Shady was one of those backs who took it to a whole different level.
Right.
You know, like we crucify a lot of runners now for how they hold the ball when they run and they try to make moves. Shady did that with no problem. He'll hold the ball, sitting out here, hold the ball,
right,
doing his 1-2, and everywhere he went, he made an impact on that team. Everywhere he went, he made an impact.
Buffalo, Kansas City,
I'm gonna go Kansas City, Buffalo,
Tampa,
Philly.
Oh yeah, damn, he played for Philly too. Damn, he played for a lot of teams.
When he was with Philly, man, it was Shady, Mike Vick,
Daryl Sproles,
Deshaun Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Jeremy Maclin.
Okay, I remember.
And then Chip Kelly came in there and messed that whole thing up. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Shady McCoy.
Okay, Matt Forte. With the Bears.
Matt Forte. 2010, Matt Forte did have a good season.
Yeah.
Top 10 running back, might have been top 5, but I know top 10 for sure running backs that season. Again, Chris Johnson. $2010, I'm gonna go with Matt Forte. If you talk 2010, yeah, I'm gonna go with Matt Forte.
Okay. Steven Jackson.
Ooh. He was a beast. He was a beast at LA. He was a beast.
It was a big one. That was like Derrick Henry.
And then situations like this is where winning, you gotta add winning to this because the Rams was winning more games, I believe, than what the Titans was winning.
Yep.
Then and Steven and Jackson was a big part of that reason. Like you said, like he was the next closest thing to a Derrick Henry coming out the backfield. Big, strong, had speed. I'm gonna go with Jackson. I'm gonna go with Jackson.
Frank Gore.
Ooh. See, people don't talk about Frank Gore like that, man. Frank Gore was a damn good ass
beast.
He was a beast, man.
Yeah.
Frank Gore was a beast. His son's still playing, ain't he? Frank Gore.
I think he had Wave. But I think he's still on the team, if I'm not mistaken.
Frank Gore. Chris Johnson. Frank Gore. The 49er days, and the Buffalo day.
Yeah.
But 2010, I'm gonna go with Gore.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Gore.
All right. Ray Rice. The Baltimore Ravens days with Ray Rice.
And Chris Jones. I like Ray Rice. Ray Rice was,
Except for he beat up his girl, but
yeah. I'm gonna go both. I'll take a shot to that. Say both.
Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley was an animal, man.
Those two running backs, that's crazy because I think Steven Jackson and Todd Gurley played for the Rams.
They did. Gurley played for Atlanta as well too, didn't he?
Yep.
That's
that when his downfall.
He was like the Christian McCaffrey before McCaffrey when it came to fantasy. Yep. Everybody wanted Todd Gurley. Yep. Everybody.
Damn, darn.
But then, yeah, give me Gurley. I'll take Todd Gurley.
Okay. What about Peyton Hillis?
Chris Jones, man. I like Peyton Hillis, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had his moment with the Browns, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The new version of a Mike Allstott per se, where he was getting compared, who he's getting compared to a lot. But Chris Jones, give me Chris Jones.
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon. Give me Le'Veon.
You didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I ain't got to think about that. And again, don't knock on.
I thought that was going to be a little bit closer.
No, I mean, you got man, listen.
No, Bell was nice.
Le'Veon was him. You know what I'm saying?
Until he thought he could hold out for a year and come back and still.
Hey, he did what he felt. He did what he felt was right for himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Business wise. So, but yeah, definitely Le'Veon Bell. Ooh.
Like Garrett Blunt.
Who? LeGarrette Blunt?
Mm-hmm.
See, he was a bag, man. I don't think we really got to see his full potential, man. Like, he was good. He had his run with Tampa.
Right.
I'm going to drink to that. I'm going to say both. Because both of them were special in their own little way.
Darren McFadden.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. McFadden. Besides that year, what was it, with the Raiders? Was that 2010?
No, he had a good year with Dallas, too. He had like two or three good years in the league. But them 2 or 3 good years, we just talk about the 2010 running backs.
I'm going to go with Johnson.
Okay.
I wasn't really a McFadden fan. Like, I never really, you know what I'm saying, like.
Right.
Like, for me, yeah, I'll go Johnson.
All right, what about AP, Adrian Peterson?
AP. Ain't too much got to be said about that one. AP.
Right.
Only guy I know to come back. What was that? He suffered a
ACL
and come back and
like 6 months.
And like he never missed a beat.
Yeah, that was like 6 months. That man. And they said, and there's another note, they said he got the strongest handshake ever. Like when you meet him, his handshake is so strong. You be like, man, what the heck? So you gotta go in with him, you know. And his hands was powerful, and you rarely see him fumble the ball because his hands were so. And AP is a Hall of Famer. I think AP was on. And guess what? The damn Browns could have had him.
We ain't gonna talk about the plethora of players that the Browns let slip through their organization that panned out to be
great.
What the hell moments, what the fuck moments.
Right.
Yeah, what was y'all thinking, Browns?
Like great.
Right.
Maurice Jones.
That little mother sucker. he carried Jacksonville.
Wrecking ball, wasn't he?
He carried Jacksonville for a while. And then Fred Taylor came along and picked up.
He left off that.
But give me Maurice Jones-Drew in this situation.
Okay. Well, I got a couple more. Alfred Morris for the Washington Redskins. I mean, at that time there was a Redskin commander.
Chris Johnson, excuse me.
These others easy, so I'm just gonna C.J. Spiller for Buffalo.
Chris.
These last ain't, Ahmad Bradshaw, and that's the end one.
Chris.
The last three was
Yeah, Chris.
I ain't bring it home like I wanted to. I should have saved the last couple.
people better get to know their history about Chris Johnson for real.
Yeah, he was like one of the first 2,000 yard rusher back in the day.
Great
and
running
then,
back.
injuries got him, and it seems like every time it always
he passed away too, right?
No, Chris Johnson. I hope not.
Which one of them passed away?
Shit, the only one I know that played for Tennessee back in 2010 that I think was McNair back then.
Not McNair. I know it was a. Hold up.
I don't know. No running back.
I think it was was it a Bengals running back?
I know it was a Bengals wide receiver, Chris Herring.
Was that Chris Herring that passed?
I think back in 2010. I don't know, to be honest with you. But I don't think it was. I think CP3 still alive. But yeah. But yeah, Chris Johnson was a nice running back. He had his little thing going. Tennessee was pretty all right. Who also Adrian Foster? If he ain't started getting them injuries, he'd have been cool. Matt Forte would have been all right if he ain't started.
I like the Matt Forte. I did.
Yeah. Le'Veon Bell is the one though. He messed.
I know one of them football players that was close to. It might have been Chris Henry. It might have been.
Yeah.
Chris Henry. That might have been what I'm talking about.
Nevertheless,
that was Friday's pick one, sip one running back edition, 2010 running back edition. That was a decent one.
I tried.
Yeah, I guess, I guess. Tonight, Friday Night Football, we got the Chargers, Chiefs. Their game won week one. Again, the NFL season started on Thursday. They playing again Friday and on the Sunday. We got the Chiefs coming back after I know they got a lot they want to show after getting dogged in the Super Bowl by the Philadelphia Eagles. They got Isaiah Pacheco coming back. They say he's fully healthy. No Rasheed Rice, who's been suspended for the first 6 games. They still got Xavier Worthy. They expected big things from Travis Kelce this season. On the flip side, with the Chargers, they got rookie running back Amari Hampton, which is surprisingly that Najee Harris is going to start.
I knew he was. He's starting?
Najee Harris is starting. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I know why though.
And they expect to split the load with Najee Harris expected to get a lot of run. You got Keenan Allen back with Justin Herbert. Another year with Herbert and Ladd McConkey. We're going to see how that pan off. But what did you expect tonight in that AFC West showdown? Game one, Chargers Chiefs.
I'm looking for Justin Herbert to pass the ball a little bit more than running because I think
him running or the offense scheme.
The offense. Running. I think they go. I think the Chargers go
here. You talk about Harbaugh.
I know, but I think because the one thing the Kansas City Chiefs does have is a good stout run defense, and they missing their left tackle Rashard Slater to injury. Mm-hmm. So and then Mikal Bacon is also battling an illness. So that's 2 big guards. I mean, the tackle and the guard who might not be there for the run game. So I feel they might have to pass to run, get the passing game started, and then then go back to the running game. They're gonna have to stop Patrick Mahomes from looking for Travis Kelce in that little read route, whatever routes they be doing. They have to stop them from doing that.
I call them the innovation routes.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to stop that. Worthy, you know, you gonna get with Worthy, you gonna get either 1-2 going deep or them in and rounds, them jet sweeps. So
Don't forget them screen plays
and the screen plays. But the wide receiver core is not as great right now because Rashidi Rice is out. I mean, they still got Juju Smith.
Hey, what we learned about Kansas City is it don't matter who the wide receivers is. We thought the same thing when they lost Tyreek Hill and they ended up winning the Super Bowl without him.
But you know, and contain Patrick Mahomes means that you gotta get that blitz package going on. I see Khalil Mack trying to sack him, you know. So let's see. I'm surprised that Najee is starting, but I'm not because Najee is a good running back. But other than that, everybody was like Omari Hampton, but I like Najee Harris. But I will come out passing the ball.
I think before the season end, Omari Hampton is going to eventually take over that backfield. But I think early on they roll up with Najee Harris as a starting running back.
But people fail to realize Najee in his first 5 years has rushed over 1,000 yards in his first 5 years. You know, he's not one of those explosive backs that gonna take it to the house, but he will give you a good 4 to 5 yards in the first down, second down, and you can use them in the red zone. And another thing that people fail to realize about Najee is he can catch the ball too. He a good pass catcher too. His rookie year, he had 72 catches, and I don't know why Pittsburgh stopped utilizing that in his game. But Omari Hampton going to be a beast though. But Najee is Najee starting, then that's how the Chargers. But Herbert gonna have to pass the ball. Herbert gonna have to get Allen and McConkey in, and maybe utilize his tight end a little bit because I feel though that they gonna put Trent McDuffie on that McConkey. So the other wide receivers gonna have to Trey Harris, Quentin Johnson. They're gonna have to get open, but defense gonna have to stop Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs feeling some type of way. I think they still got that sour taste in their mouth from that Super Bowl loss and the way they lost in the Super Bowl to the Eagles. I think they're gonna try to come out strong early in the first quarter. I think they're gonna try to punch the Chargers in the mouth early on. Make a big statement like, look, we might have lost the Super Bowl, but we still here. We still them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they done been to the past
five
AFC Championship. Yeah. Najee Hampton only started because Najee
was injured.
Oh yeah. What up, Simp? I say 60-40 split.
What, for Najee? That'd be that'd be a big split for that. But not like Najee is a great running back, man. Najee is a good running back. I like Najee Harris. I always like Najee Harris.
But again, you don't draft a player high like Omari Hampton as they did, and him not getting no type of run. But
exactly,
early on, waiting for a kickoff. You and me both, bro. But early on, I think it's going to be a lot of Najee Harris. So I think that, again, the Chiefs gonna come out. They're gonna come out on fire. I see Kansas City winning this game to start the season off in Brazil, neutral sites. So it ain't like nobody really got home field advantage.
Right.
But I think the Chiefs is still letting people know we still that team. Long as we still got Patrick Mahomes, long as we still got Andy Reid calling plays. Say what you want to say about Travis Kelce. As long as he's still there, I believe the Chiefs and that defense led by Chris Jones, they're going to always be – I look at them like the San Antonio Spurs of the NBA before everybody start leaving. Until you just consecutively knock them off, they're going to always be in the picture.
Right.
And the Chiefs are going to come out and show that tonight. So, yeah, I got them winning. I do think Justin Herbert need to pass the ball more. I agree with you on that if you want to keep up with that Chiefs offense. I want to see. You mentioned the rookie Harris. I want to see what he do as well. What type of impact, because the Chargers have always been looking for that second wide receiver for real, for real.
Exactly.
Like even when they had Allen and Palmer and Mike Williams, they could
Yeah.
never find that second receiver.
Mhm.
Quentin Johnson, they had high hopes on him,
He dropped to me damn passes.
but he panned out not to be him. So it's gonna be very interesting to see that. And again, we know Harbaugh gonna run the football, so that's gonna be very interesting too to see how they do split the carries for Hampton and Harris.
You said something about Travis Kelce. I'll say this about Kelce. Now that his love life is cool, now that his love life is cool,
That'd be nasty.
Oh yeah, Tyreek to the Charger.
That'd be nasty.
Yeah. Now that Travis Kelce has proposed to Taylor Swift, now he probably could concentrate more on football, and maybe that loss in the Super Bowl.
So you said because
it was a distraction.
So you said Taylor Swift was distracting his play?
Yes, it was a distraction. It was a distraction. Look at him in the beginning of the year. Look at him in the beginning of the year. You know, his little mustache, he shaved a little, what's his name, like an old man. Now look at him. Travis Kelce came back all in shape, all want to do something. See, losing will make you do something that you don't want to do. That means train. So,
bro, you silly, bro. You silly.
So he got his love life together. So he happy. So he all right now. So
who you got tonight?
I'm picking the Chargers.
Who you got tonight?
I'm picking the Chargers.
Ooh, you going to Chargers with the upset? Yeah,
because it's a neutral, and Patrick Mahomes and them don't never start off the year right.
I don't know about all that.
No, I think the last 2 years they lost their home. They lost to Detroit, and I think they lost to the first game of the year. They lost again, so I think they home. And it's on a neutral site, and I feel that Herbert.
You're just an underdog guy. You always go with the underdog, so that'll give your story to tell.
Well, I think it's the Chargers. The Chargers okay.
We got a big Sunday night game. Sunday night football. Ravens, Buffalo. A rematch of last year in the playoffs when Mark Andrews dropped the potential game winner. Was it the game winner? Game tie. Game tie, 2-point conversion in the end zone. They lose to Buffalo. Buffalo go on to lose to the Chiefs in the NFC Championship. Battle of Lamar, Josh Allen. Who you think got the edge in this game? Who wins and why?
I think Buffalo. I think Josh Allen is in Lamar's head. I think Josh Allen got the edge because Josh Allen has performed better in them crucial situations than Lamar, even though it wasn't Lamar's fault for that ball not being caught by Mark Andrews. But I think Buffalo wanted. I think Buffalo is hungry. I think Josh wanted a little bit. I don't think Josh. I ain't gonna say that.
You don't think Baltimore is hungry?
No, because Baltimore got. I mean, they still got people on their offense that stay together, but on the defensive side, is a lot of changes. You know, you got Jared Alexander coming to a new situation. How they run a all defensive scheme and how they try to incorporate him with Marlon Humphrey, and then you still got. I mean, their defense gonna be nice. They got a lot of good defense, but the one thing Josh Allen has that Baltimore cannot contain is his running, and the little slot receivers like Shakir and James Cook is another running back who is shifty enough and can catch the ball out the backfield. And, you know, they have to sustain Josh Allen. But it's going to be a good game. It's going to come down to a wire. I'm just going to pick Buffalo by 3 and at the end of because Buffalo defense might be a little more solid right now, because they've been together more longer than the Baltimore Ravens defense.
Woo! One, it's definitely going to be a good game. 2 former MVPs going at it. Lamar, Josh Allen. We see the great showdown game they had last season in the playoffs. Both teams well coached. It's in Buffalo.
I think so. I think it's at Buffalo. I think it's at Buffalo.
Well, wherever they play at, the weather should be cool. Um, I think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a high. Well, no, I think this is going to be a high scoring game as well.
Oh yeah,
I think it's going to be
because the
higher
playoff game was high
20s.
scoring.
Yeah, higher 20s, maybe 30s. A 30-point from one of the teams. But I'm looking forward to see if Derrick Henry can continue his dominance over Buffalo. He's run the ball well against the Buffalo Bills. He did it last season, the regular season game and in the playoffs. He ran the ball well against Buffalo. I'm eager to see who's going to step up for the wide receivers for the Baltimore Ravens. We keep talking year after year for Zay Flowers to be that guy. We keep talking Zay Flowers, but he have yet to be that guy that we've been wanting to see from him. I know last year he ended the season with an injury last year, so he coming back off of that. Want to see how he play coming off that surgically repaired knee. But who's going to step up for the Ravens? Who's going to step up for them? Mark Andrews is getting older. Isaiah Likely, I don't think is playing.
Oh no, he's not playing this week.
He out this game.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you know what you're going to get from the ground game. Baltimore did add more pieces on the defensive end, so that's going to be interesting to see how quickly they can come together and develop that chemistry on the back end.
The back end,
nice. Alexander, Hamilton, the safeties. You still got Smith, the linebacker, Patrick Queen. Right. So it's going to be very interesting to see how their defense come together with the new pieces. And then offensively, again, if Derrick Henry can continue his dominance over the Buffalo Bills. On the flip side for Buffalo, their offensive line right now it's kind of going through it. We're going to see how they hold up. But anytime you got Josh Allen who can create with his legs along with his arm, that kind of helped the offensive line. And he get rid of the ball quick. King Henry need him to go for 15 and 20 this season.
He got him on his fantasy team.
Oh yeah, he sure did drop him. Just shitty games against Cleveland. And who's going to be Buffalo's clear-cut number one? Is it going to be Coleman? Is it going to be Shakir?
I think it's going to be Shakir.
We're going to see Dawson Kincaid do what we expected to see him do last year.
Exactly.
They lost Stephon Diggs, so we going to last season, they were saying Kincaid was going to be basically Josh Allen's number one target.
Exactly.
Tight end position. That didn't pan out so well. So I want to see how, again, how Buffalo's offense is. We thought the same thing last year. Josh Allen came out, had one of the best seasons of his career, ended up getting paid. Got paid. James Cook, I think he's going to
that's another one that get paid.
Season. I think his touchdowns going to come down a little bit, but I still think he's going to have another great season. But I think it's going to be a smash mouth, two good offenses going at it and two good defenses. I think Baltimore defense may be a tad bit better than Buffalo's right now. But two good teams, two good, well-coached teams. I think it's going to be a good game. And me just being biased and be, I don't want to see them win in our division. I'm going to take Buffalo as well. I'm going to take Buffalo by 6.
Oh, you got them by a touchdown? I got them by 3. 3, I think. And I hate to say this, but, they don't got Justin Tucker, the rookie kicker, going to miss the game winning.
Well, that's going to be weird. That's going to be weird this out there, too. No Justin Tucker for the Ravens. A long time.
Tyler Snoop. Yeah, that would be weird.
The long-time Ravens kicker.
Mm-hmm. But you was talking about the wide receiver that need to step up. I think the wide receiver who really need to step up, who just got paid, is Rashad Bateman. It's time for Rashad Bateman to be that wide receiver that they brought him to be from when he was in Minnesota. I don't know what happened to him because he was a great wide receiver at Minnesota, but he has not shown the flashes in the NFL. I don't know if it's opportunity or it's just he thought was different. His route running is good, or they just not looking, or they're just not trying to pass the ball to him enough. We will see. But I think Rashad Bateman have to be that man. They also got DeAndre Hopkins, but D-Hop is not
Bateman.
But D-Hop is not the D-Hop of old. He just hanging on by a thread. D-Hop is still trying to get that elusive ring, what he wanted. So he just another veteran who can maybe just catch balls on third down. But the two wide receivers that needed is D Hop. I mean, is Bateman and Zay Flowers. One of them got to have one of them career years.
Yeah, it got to be Zay Flowers, man. Like we've been preaching Zay Flowers for years, for years, for years. Um, our Browns got the Bengals Sunday. Realistically, how much of a chance is you giving the Browns to beat the Bengals Sunday?
I'll give the Browns 50%. The reason why is this. The Browns got a good defense to a top, I say a top 10 defense on paper. If you really look at their defense and you really look how Schwartz has them boys swarming and playing freely like they used to be, and now Ward is healthy. Now they got Newsom back where he wanted. He wanted to be on the outside, so he has no problem being mad this year because he didn't want to play inside. He always wanted to play outside. And the injury to Martin Emerson has played that way to him. So this is a contract year for him. So he better go out and ball out because he got what he wanted. Unfortunately, Emerson got hurt, but now Newsom got to step up, and he gonna have to play T. Higgins. Now, Denzel Ward and Chase, Denzel Ward is kind of, chitty chatting to this week. I hope they throw my way. So Denzel Ward, you better be ready because Chase is not nothing to play with. But through the years,
I like Denzel, but you always got to be careful what you ask for.
right? But through the years, Denzel has been able to handle Chase.
You've been doing a good job.
Years.
You've been doing a good job.
So I think that I think it's just from the conference standpoint. But to beat Cincinnati, we're gonna have to score. So Flacco, please, if it's not there, don't throw the. I know your arm is rocky. I understand that. Just take what the defense give you because the Bengals defense is gonna give you a lot. Because the Bengals defense is not great. I'm just worried about the running game. Who gonna step up? Is Jerome Ford gonna step up, or is it gonna be Sampson? I wish like heck that they signed Quinshon Judkins soon. I wish, but I don't know what's going on with Judkins. I'm looking for Miles to have at least 2 sacks this game.
Ford definitely going to get the start. He's definitely going to get the start, and I think he's going to play well against the Bengals.
Yeah.
Again,
I hope so.
That's a team that defensively is that's not their forte. It's not their forte. Their defense can give up 25, but the offense will put up 30.
Right, so, but I feel though the Browns gonna win by 3 because I think Cincinnati never get off good. Cincinnati never start off well, never. So I think, and this is a divisional game. Is at home. The Browns, like I said, Myles Garrett and Joe Burrow is on like 1-5 against us, and that's a shocking stat. He only 1-5. He had one of his worst games ever when he only completed like he was his remember that game when he only had like 87 yards passing.
Mm-hmm.
So that I think the Browns got Cincinnati. It's just one of them things that Joe Burrow just did not play well against the Browns. Myles Garrett, Mason Graham, and Carson goes stop that little run game with Chase Brown. I'm picking the Browns to win, but I'm up for all this 3-point stuff. I don't know why I'm up for 3 points. 3 points, and our new kicker wins the game.
We gotta, even though Cincinnati defense is one of the worst in the league, we got to come out and establish something on the ground first and foremost. So hopefully Jerome Ford with a combination of Sampson can come in and run the ball effectively to where we could set up with the play action and utilize both them tight ends, Njoku and Finn, and Jerry Jeudy on the outside with a couple of deep passes, post routes, deep routes. We got to establish the run. Meaning our offensive line got to hold up. They got to block.
Exactly.
That's a key word for tomorrow. Block. Defensively, I think I agree with you. I think we got the defense to where we throw Denzel Ward on Jamar Chase. Not saying he's going to shut him down, but he can contain him.
Yes.
That the Higgins situation, we might see a big game from Higgins. Depending on how
I like Newsom. I like Newsom though,
Yeah, but
and he
you know
playing
how
where he
this game
wants.
around it. I'm gonna take Higgins over. Over Newsom
Higgins, right?
all day, every day. Uh, the Bengals again, offense is a high power offense. I expect them to be one of the highest scoring teams in the NFL this season because of their defense is going to be giving up points, which means they're going to have to score points. But for Sunday, we always play our division well. We always play our division close. Besides that, I think that one Baltimore game last year, the year before last, when we
We
got
let that game get out of
yeah, we
hand.
let that game get out of hand. I'm a homer, so I'm gonna also go with the Browns. I'm gonna take the Browns to win this game by 4. Um, hopefully, our defense can hold them to no more than
Touchdown.
25, 20. If we
Two
hold them 20,
touchdowns.
I'll be cool. Yeah.
Two touchdowns.
But I got the
Field goal.
Browns winning, upsetting the Bengals and starting the season off strong at 1-0. I'm a home. I'm always ride for the Browns. So let's get it, Cleveland. Let's get
Okay. Also, Key, you said blocking. DeJuan Jones got to block Trey Henderson on the other side.
it.
He
Hey,
has to block him. I hope it ain't gonna try to block him 1-on-1. I hope they just try to tip him, and then if not, throw to the back or throw slants or something because they gonna have to block Trey Henderson. So
he better get a good night's sleep Saturday and get ready to get the job done Sunday. Again, this NFL kickoff weekend, week 1 of the NFL. We had games yesterday where I can't get the team out. Oh,
Eagles
Dallas.
and Cowboys.
Dallas lost to the Eagles 24-20. We got a game tonight, Chargers and the Chiefs. Now for the slate of games on Sunday, we go give our weekly NFL picks. Start with Bengals, Browns. I'm taking the Browns. Of
Taking the
course,
Browns.
I'm taking the Browns. Cardinals, Saints.
Cards.
I'm going to go Cardinals as well. Although I do expect a big game from Alvin Kamara.
I think the Saints are gonna do something. I think people go be surprised at Spencer Rattler.
Maybe.
Kellen Moore. I
like Kellen Moore, but we both got the Cardinals. Dolphins, Colts.
I'm going with the Dolphins though, but the coach Daniel Jones and JT.
Dolphins ain't been looking too good, especially in preseason.
Yeah.
It's in Indianapolis turf. I expect for the Dolphins somewhere to try to get Tyreek going, and maybe Archain. But I'm gonna take the Colts in the upset. I'm gonna take the Colts at home. Raiders, Patriots.
The Pats.
I'm gonna take the Pats as well to ruin the
Drake
debut
May.
of Ashawn Genty. I think Drake may take a step this year, and
He got a good receiver. Stephon Diggs.
Steelers, Jets.
This is a hard one because, but I'm going with the Jets.
I'm gonna take Pittsburgh to start the season off 1-0. Giants, Commanders.
The Commanders, but look out for the Giants defensive line with Thibodeau, Burns, and Carter. They're going to be putting pressure.
I'm going to go Commanders as well. Panthers, Jags.
I'm going with the Jags.
I'm going to take Carolina. Buccaneers, Falcons.
The Bucks.
I'm going to take the Falcons at home. 49ers, Seahawks.
The Seahawks.
Yeah, don't know what's going on with Christian McCaffrey. They call it a calf situation. I don't know, but I'm going to take the Seahawks at home as well. Titans, Broncos.
The Broncos.
I got the Broncos at home as well. Lions, Packers.
The Lions.
I got the Packers winning this game at home. Start the season off. Texans, Rams.
Once again, that defense, I'm going with the Rams, though, because they ain't going to be able to block nobody.
I got the Rams as well. Ravens, Sunday night, Ravens, Bills. We both took Buffalo. Monday night, Vikings, Bears.
This going to be the game. One would like to see Caleb Williams show his stuff. But with that said, I'm going with the Vikings.
I'm gonna take the Bears on the upset.
You took a lot of upsets. Look at who's going for the underdogs.
It's early on in the season. You know what I'm saying? So if a team go get a team, they better get them now on the season. Because once season start, it's gonna be a wrap. Great show, man. Great show. Appreciate everybody that tuned in on the Divas Private Media Network. Also, those that tuned in on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for the YouTube channel. For myself, for Kels, same time, same place, Monday, 7 p.m.
Let's go.
We out of here. Deuces.
Peace.
Let's go, Cleveland. Oh, stay.
Ballin' like the Cavs, we gotta let them know. They got it with a silver bees head. They got it with a silver bees head. Ballin' like the Cavs, we gotta let them know.
You are now locked in with Antoine Spivey. This is EnDaZone Sports.